time is 12 noon. Good afternoon. This is Nigeria's Business Radio, 99.5 Wish FM, live from our news center in the treasure base of the nation. I am Antonia Asabil with the news. In the highlights, stock market rises by 0.53% as investors gain 403 billion naira. NMDPRA announces date for petrol pricing summit. And on the international scene, Japan to begin deep sea trial for rare earth extraction. Details of these stories and more in a moment. And now the news in detail. The Nigerian stock market closed higher on Thursday, rising by 0.53% as investors gained 403 billion naira. Market capitalization rose to 76 trillion 583 billion naira, while the all share index settled at 120,977 naira and 20 kobo. The uptrend was driven by buying interest in mid and large cap stocks like Academy Press, Berger Paints, Deep Sea Capital, Guinea Insurance, and Unilever. Market spread closed positive with 55 gainers and 15 losers. Top gainers include Deep Capital and Guinea Insurance, both up 10%, closing at 1 naira and 10 kobo and 99 kobo respectively. Unilever rose 9.96 to 56 naira and 85 kobo. Among the losers, Naymed fell 8.49% to 7 naira and 22 kobo. Legend Internet dropped 7.98% to 7 naira and 73 kobo, and Computer Warehouse Group declined 4.50% to 13 naira and 80 kobo. Meanwhile, cooking gas prices in the country hit an unprecedented high this year, according to the latest data from the National Bureau of Statistics. In its latest price watch report, the NBS said the average price of refilling a 5 kg cylinder of liquefied petroleum gas climbed to 8,167 naira and 43 kobo in May 2025, while the 12.5 kg refill shot up to 20,799 naira 11 kobo, both representing the steepest cost recorded this year. This marks a 3.5% increase in the 5 kg refill price from 7,885 naira and 60 kobo in April 2025 and a 2.18% rise for the 12.5 kg refill from 20,286 naira and 60 kobo recorded the previous month. Year on year, the May 2025 price represents a 10.10% and 32.52% spike respectively, compared to the same period in 2024. The price build-up reflects a steady month-on-month climb since the start of the year. According to the NBS data in January 2025, the 5 kg refill was sold at 7,040 naira 94 kobo, increasing slightly to 7,072 naira and 10 kobo in February, then 7,322 naira 49 kobo in March, and 7,885.60 in April, before hitting the current all-time high of 8,176 naira 43 kobo in May. The Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria has called on other sister unions to intensify efforts on advocacy to protect the interests of workers. The union said when a resolution is passed, for example, through an agreement, unions will ensure that it is implemented. Speaking with the nation, the General Secretary, Penkasan, Comrade Lumumba Oke Ubowa said there was a need for harmonious relationship, mutual respect and understanding, open dialogue and tolerance among members. Give an instance, OK Ubawa said the resolution passed at the just concluded International Labour Conference in Geneva on child labour needed urgent attention from the unions and governments. He said perpetrators of child labour should be dealt with. He stressed that ensuring children were educated would get them off the street and guarantee their future. OK Ubawa called on the federal government to prioritize the rights and protection of children from discrimination and intimidation. Moving on, the Transmission Company of Nigeria has distanced itself from the recent power outage affecting several parts of Abuja, contradicting claims by the Abuja Electricity Distribution Company. Abuja Electricity Distribution Company had attributed the blackout in areas including Didik Hotel, Prime Plaza, exclusive stores, Gilmore, Takwa Crescent, and the former Zartec premises to a technical fault from the Transmission Company of Nigeria. However, Transmission Company of Nigeria, in a statement issued by its spokesperson, Ndidi Mba, denied any fault on its part. The conflicting explanations have left residents uncertain about the true cause of the outage. Meanwhile, affected residents have expressed frustration over the prolonged blackout, calling on both agencies to stop trading blame and urgently restore power to the affected areas. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Asset Management Corporation of Nigeria, Benga Alade, has stated that many of the corporation obligors continued to damage Nigeria's economy as they had no intention of repaying the loans obtained from various banks. Speaking during a media chat in Lagos, Alade emphasized AMCON's commitment to holding all debtors accountable despite the challenges posed by the high-profile status of many of them, some of whom currently occupy top political positions. He noted that the corporation and the current executive management will continue to pursue its debt recovery mandate guided by integrity, patriotism, and adherence to the rule of law. He urged the media to verify any claims made by the obligors, many of whom he said attempt to manipulate public perception. Alade stressed that the funds in question belong to all Nigerians and therefore recovering them is a collective responsibility. He revealed that the president had given a directive for AMCON to intensify efforts and act decisively in recovering outstanding debts. The AMCON board also announced that the ban on the sale of AMCON assets had been lifted following the reconstitution of the board. According to him, the corporation has already sold several high-profile assets worth billions of naira. He further provided updates on some assets currently under AMCON's management, including Arik Air, Aero Contractors, and the Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company. The ECOWAS Bank of Investment and Development has approved $100 million in funding for the construction of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway as part of a broader financing package aimed at strengthening infrastructure and boosting regional trade within West Africa. The approval was granted during the bank's 92nd ordinary session of the Board of Directors, which held in Lagos on Tuesday, July 2, 2025. According to a statement released by the bank, the $100 million support will go into the development of Section 1, Phase 1 of the Lagos-Calabar Highway project, which carries approximately 47.7 kilometers stretching from Ahmadu Bello Way in Lagos. The section is being developed by High-Tech Construction Company Limited and is designed to improve access to seaports and agro-industrial areas while linking 9 states across Nigeria's coastal corridor. The highway is expected to not only ease travel between Nigeria's coastal cities, but also bolster ECOWAS regional integration objectives by enhancing physical connectivity and supporting intra-African trade. The Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway has been described by Nigerian authorities as one of the country's most ambitious infrastructure undertakings in recent decades. Construction work commenced in March 2024, with the federal government noting its strategic importance to tourism, logistics, and economic development. You're listening to the news on 99.5 Wish FM. Still on the news, NMDPRA announces date for Petrol Pride and Summits, plus other stories. Please stay with us.
As the news breaks, we bring you all sides to the story, balanced analysis, feel the controversy, the news on 99.5 Wish FM. Unbiased report, reliable and accurate. The news you wish to know.
Glad to know you're still there. And now to the rest of the news. The Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority has announced July 23rd and 2025 as the date for Premium Motor Price Summit. Francis Ogari, the Executive Director of Hydrocarbon Processing Plants, Installation and Transportation Infrastructure at the NMDPRA, disclosed this in his remarks at the end of the just concluded Nigeria Oil and Gas Summit in Abuja on Thursday. His confirmation comes amid a consistent call by the national president of the Petroleum Product Retail Outlet Owners Association, Bidi Gidis Hari, for a summit to address incessant petrol price fluctuation in Nigeria. Recall, the price had fluctuated around 840 naira to 970 naira for the last month, owing to the liberation of the downstream oil sector. Reacting, Ogari noted that NMDPRA as a regulator was committed to ensuring quality petroleum products and fair prices nationwide. Whichever reports that Dangote Refinery recently reduced its ex-depot fuel price to 840 naira per litre from 880 naira at the back of the global price oil drop. Some marketers had also reduced their petrol retail prices following Dangote Refinery's price drop. And now to foreign business news. Japan is set to launch a groundbreaking deep-sea trial in January to extract rare earth materials from the ocean floor, marking the deepest attempt of its kind, according to a government innovation official. The initiative follows Japan's recent pledge with the United States, India, and Australia to secure a stable supply of critical minerals amid growing concern over China's dominance in the sector. Rare earth elements, 17 metals essential for electric vehicles, wind turbines, hard drive, and missile systems, are difficult to extract and process. China currently accounts for nearly two-thirds of global rare earth mining and 92% of refined output, according to the International Energy Agency. The deep-sea drilling vessel Chikyu will carry out the mission in Japan's exclusive economic zone near Minami Torishima, a remote Pacific island that also serves as a military outpost. The vessel is expected to retrieve around 35 tons of mineral-rich mud from the ocean floor over a 3-week period, as part of the trial led by the government's cross-ministerial strategic innovation promotion program. That is the news by 99.5 Wish FM this Friday afternoon. But before we go, please be reminded that the Nigerian stock market closed high on Thursday, rising by 0.53% as investors gained 403 billion naira. Also be reminded, the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority has announced July 23rd and 24th, 2025 as dates for Premium Motor Price and Summit. And on the international scene, Japan is set to launch a groundbreaking deep-sea trial in January to extract rare earth materials from the ocean floor, marking the deepest attempt of its kind, according to a government innovation official. That was the news as edited by Johnson Wally. For news, eyewitness reports and comments, please call our news desk on 0904 540 0744. For more information, follow us on all our social media handles on X, Wish99_5FM, IG, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook at Wish99.5FM. I'm Antonia Asabil. Thank you for listening. Good afternoon.
As the news breaks, we bring you all sides to the story,
Okay.
balanced analysis,
Confident.
feel the controversy,
Okay.
the news on 99.5 Wish FM. Unbiased, report, reliable and accurate. The news you wish to know.